Right, I did make a little mistake. When I printed all of these, they were based on the needle that I had, whereas these new needles are a little bit thinner. They're 1 millimeter thick. So I've just printed a new disc, and I think I've gone the other way now. I've actually told it to print the whole 1.2 millimeters thick, and that may still be a bit too thin, too narrow. Because I definitely don't want to bend the needle trying to push it in. I could heat it, but then it may go off center. That's annoying. So I probably need to make it 1 point, maybe 1.4. It depends on the quality you print at. I think I'm printing this on fairly regular quality at the moment rather than high quality. So when it's making holes, it's not making them as neat and tidy as it could do. I can either tap that through or I can print it slightly larger. If I want to tap it through, you have to just try gently tapping it. It will go through, but I think it might be better to print it slightly larger hole. But these ones are too large. We don't want that. Now, if I wanted to spin freely, I'd never get it right. But in this case, that's not what I want. I want it to be a tight grip, but not as tight as that. A little bit later at night now. I've printed another disc or wheel, whatever you want to call it. I'm happy with that one. That's now a good grip on the needle. But I'm not that happy with my idea of using a screw on the bottom now, because I'm not sure if that's going to work. Well, we'll find out, won't we? So this one, which we've taken out of the solar rocker, we want to carefully slice up. We don't want to break those wires. This is very easy for this to go wrong. So lots of people are fully confident they can get the glue off with various solvents. I just don't seem to get that lucky. So rather than risk it, I'm doing it this way. So that is going to sit there. And that bit's going to go in there. Just use a little bit of blue tack to hold that in place. Leave that loose for now just so we can adjust it. And if we turn this light on, that's the halogen one, so it's a bit more like real sunlight. You saw the kick then straight away, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah, see, this is rocking around too much down here. Huh. You see that one's going happily. Now, I'm not sure about this, I haven't tried this, but I should be able to adjust that. Slightly unscrew it. Because I'm adjusting the height of it by doing this. That seems to be working, doesn't it? That wheel isn't quite right, it's wobbling around a bit. But it certainly seems to be working. So that's the first one. I don't know whether I'll bother filming the others, but that's just 4 magnets on there rather than the 8 that I've got on there. That one's got alternating north, south, north, south, north, south. This has got 4 all pointing the same way. I will definitely print another disc and try 4 pointing the opposite way. The difference being the magnetic field created by the coil. I would have thought you wanted it always to repel, but it should in theory work just as well attracting. If it attracts it and then it's just a pulse, if it pulls it in fast enough to get it to spin past, yeah, we'll see. I'll print some more of these with the right sized hole in it, and then I should be able to just swap them over and see which ones work and which ones don't. I've just rigged this one up with the magnets the opposite way round, so still just 4 magnets in it, but facing the opposite way. If I stop that and put that next to it, you see it's repelling them. So we'll see if we can just drop this one in. Over there somewhere. I haven't adjusted the height of this one. We'll find out in a minute. Well, that looks all right. So, will that work? Doesn't look as effective, does it? Give it a bit of help. They certainly don't seem as effective as that one going north, south, north, south. But it is going. So that's the reverse magnets, or reverse compared to that one. Well, I'll print another one and we'll try 8 instead of just 4. That'll probably be tomorrow now. Time's getting on. Well, I was going to stop and print some more, and then it occurred to me the ones that were the reverse of that one, it really wasn't going anything like as well. So I've reused that one. I've now got 8 magnets in it, all facing the same direction that that one does. If we just put that one back in again. So it definitely prefers the magnets that direction. So now we'll try it with 8 facing the same direction. So those should attract, yeah. So now we've got 8 magnets in there. Oh, is it going to do it on its own, or does it need me? Give it a little bit of help. Just lower it down a touch. Maybe too far, but let's see. They've gone a bit too far down. Yeah, I think I pushed it down a little bit too far. To be honest, it doesn't look that happy, does it? I'm not entirely sure about the alignment at the bottom there. Well, I think we can safely say, comparing that one to that one, this one's not working very well now. Yeah, it's definitely not as happy, is it? One other thing I wanted to try was screw that adjuster right down and put a magnet on top of it, because I don't like the way that's slopping around. That's not the way it's intended to go. It's intended to sit down on there and the top magnet help the alignment. But it looks like we've got a really good magnet on the top there, lifting it up. I could use a less powerful magnet. That's just started going, hasn't it? Oh no, it's stopped again now. Got magnets everywhere at the moment. Right, we'll try a less powerful magnet at the top. Take that one off. Put that one up there. So what it's doing now is it's actually standing on the point rather than being suspended from the magnet above. So we'll try that with the 4 magnets instead of the 8. Well, this video is going on a lot longer than intended. But that's 4 magnets, and it's going better than it was with the 8 magnets. But that was 8 magnets all facing the same direction, as opposed to that one, which is north, south, north, south, north, south. The other thing I could do is screw that right down, so we got a bigger gap at the top, and put the stronger magnet back at the top. because it seems to be running better when it's actually pivoting on the bottom rather than suspended from the magnet. I'm getting some results I wasn't expecting. I keep saying I'm going to stop, and I just think, well, let's just try one more. So this time we're north-south, north-south on this one. That one where it's all, we'll say north, they're all the same direction. It's working, but it's not happy. And this is with the strong magnet at the top, but the gap increased, so it's actually pivoting on the bottom and just magnetically attracted to the top rather than actually suspended by it. If that makes any sense to anybody. Give it a bit of help. Oh, that's another little point I haven't checked. The actual height. Let's just raise it up a little bit. Yeah, it wants to come up a little bit more. Well, I got to admit, north-south, north-south seems to work better. My logic tells me it takes a certain amount of time for the circuit to recharge each time the magnet goes past, or each time it creates a pulse. If you've got lots of the same pole going past, it's trying to pulse twice as quickly. Whereas if they're north-south, north-south, it's pulsing when the north goes past, repelling the north and attracting the south at the same time. So it's only having to fire half as fast, so it gets more time to build up the charge. That's my logic. I may be totally wrong, but I can see that makes sense. Because when I just had four magnets on there, it was going reasonably well. When I changed it to 8, it didn't make it go twice as fast. Whereas 4 magnets north and 4 magnets south, alternately, and it's going really well, like that one. Because it's only having to pulse half as often. Okay, that'll have to do for tonight. I think we've done everything I can. I've tried 4 north, 4 south, 8 north, and now we've gone back to 4 north, 4 south, alternate. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.